you? Ooh, gotta put this under here till just a minute. Here, we'll put it over there. Anyway, good morning, everyone. All right, question of the day today. What is your favorite thing about fall? Or no, what did I say? Yeah, what is the thing you look forward to the most about fall? Which I know technically it's not fall yet, but fall is September 22nd. And we're only 1 week and 1 day early, so we're talking about fall. Secret, good morning. Kenny, good morning. Aaron says, hi, Emily and everyone. I'm looking forward to all the cute cold weather outfits I get to wear again. See, I love that. And it says, the thing I look forward to the most about fall is the cooler weather. I would say color of the leaves changing too, but it doesn't happen on the West Coast, unfortunately. Yeah, it really doesn't. We have a lot of, well, I mean, I did Pacific Northwest. I'm gonna turn on a fan real quick. If it's loud, oh, I put my headphones. If it's too loud, let me know if the fan's too loud. It's really warm up here this morning. Let's see, but yeah, I did West Coast and there's a lot of evergreens up there, so definitely not the leaf changing that East Coast has. Dominique, good morning. Rinka, good morning. Christina, good morning. Let's see, pumpkins, right, Lisa? I love pumpkins. Scroll down. Tech Al says, crisp fall air, Halloween with changing colors. I love it. Yep, cooler weather and Halloween. Hi, Melissa. Let's see, Lisa. Oh, pumpkin spice lattes. Yep, it's happening. I mean, I personally, I don't know. Maybe I need to try making my own pumpkin spice. But like, I had a pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks to see what all the hype was about, and I gotta be honest, I was kind of like, eh. So I think I need to experiment at home. Let's see. Most things I look forward to fall is the cooler temperatures and Halloween. Oh wait, the music's too loud. My bad. Sorry. I'm pushing too many buttons. Hang on. We're gonna try that again. Okay, is that better? All right, let's see. Down, make sure I'm not missing anyone. Gravy dinners and cozy evenings. I like that. Pumpkin spice creamer is also a close second for me. There you go. Pumpkin spice creamer, coconut creamer or more, right? It's pumpkin spice creamer on your cold brew. Love it. Hi, Mona. Art says, y'all motivated me. Go to the store, just grab some creamer. You should. Absolutely should. Most definitely looking forward to warm drinks for sure. Love it. Also, I don't feel guilty for Netflix binges, right? There's something about fall that makes it okay. And I don't know, maybe it's because it's supposed to so much better. Okay, yeah, sorry, I hadn't got to that bottom of the chat yet. It's all good now though, we're good. Sorry, I didn't mean for it to be so loud. So now, good morning. Let's see, scrolling down, hang on, I missed it here. Let's see. Aaron says school year is my busy season, so you'll have to next Netflix binge for me, right? Let's see. Bonnie, good morning. And there. Thank you, Shannon. Well, I fixed that now. I think it's because I had the like quieter, more relaxing music on last time, so I had set the volume for that, not my slightly louder music. So sorry. Annette, hello. Let's see. Jill, hello. Music is still playing. Sorry. Okay, we're all good. We're all good. Changing of the leaves and cooler air, just everything. Love it. Megan, hello. Sigrid, hello. Let's see. Annette, hello. My mic is lower than usual. Okay, hang on. All right, hang on. Okay, how's the music and the mic now? I'm having a moment today. I swear. I'm distracted. Let's see. I think I missed some up top. Hang on. Let me know how it is. Well, yeah, the music should be playing just a little bit, but only like just very carefully. There you are. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Shannon. Okay, we're all good now. Let's see. Sheila, good morning. Oh, with the leaves. Love it, Catherine, and hello. Right, it does. I think it's because we're all tired of like the heat and everything. Yeah. All right, let's see. Tanya, good morning, Tanya. Okay, let's see. Candace, hello. Violet, hello. find out how to become a member. If you go to the chat at the bottom, I think if you click on the little dollar symbol, it should pop up there. Let's see. Yay, I can hear you now. Okay, sorry everyone. Way better mic. Okay, it's one of those things. I feel like I'm just off. I'll be perfectly honest with you all. I have been struggling the last couple of days because I had set some stuff up on my Instagram account. Like it was, you could do like this subscribe thing, but I didn't think that it was gonna pop up and notify everyone of it. I thought that maybe it was a thing that happened like if I went live on Instagram, and I'm like, okay, it'd be cool to set it up for, you know, if I ever decide to do live. Oh, well, apparently that's not the case. Apparently it's like the idea is Patreon where there's like exclusive content, but here's the kicker. What I would have done if I had set it up and realized, oh, this isn't something I want to do, so I would have just turned it off. But apparently there's no way to turn it off. And as we all know, there isn't anyone that we can actually talk to over at Instagram. So I've submitted reports and I have no idea how to do it. So in the meantime, I'll be coming up with some, I guess, exclusive stories. I set it to the lowest possible price that I could, and I'm probably gonna post like extra stories for it or anything. But if you guys see that on my Instagram where it says subscribers or subscribe or whatever else, that was a mistake and I cannot get it off. So I've literally tried everything. So hopefully at some point Instagram will get back to me, but it's been like preoccupying like my mind way more than it probably should. But I'm just like, okay then. Oh, gotcha. Sounds good, Christina. Yeah, that was totally an accident. Emma, hello. Did folks actually, yeah, I do have a few people signed up for it. So I'm like, well, guess I'm doing some exclusive content on Instagram. So I just don't want people to think that I'm like, you know, like, oh yeah, money grab. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do. I tried to turn it off, I promise. I'm usually pretty like good with technology, but they make it impossible to do anything on there. So I'm like, well, guess this is what we're doing now. I saw that, Jill. I saw that. So what I'm thinking, because like I said, I set it to the lowest possible one. And so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do like exclusive stories, like more pictures than I would have normally done on regular posts. But yeah, I was just like, well, guess it's happening now. Nothing. Don't worry about Christina. It's just my Instagram being my Instagram, and we're going to make some changes apparently. Anyway, all of that aside, good morning, everyone. Sorry for the little sound issue there at the beginning, but we are going to be coloring in Tales from the Witch's Cottage. Announcements, however, which I'm glad that we got the mic thing figured out before I did announcements. So I know we talked about when Rooms of Wonder comes out, but there has been some chatter, and there actually won't be the early release books this time. So what we're going to do, and I'll have to see when my book shows up, because the book is the new Rooms of Wonder book is supposed to release October 6th, but everything on Amazon says that, and like even Target and everything says it's not supposed to be released until October 25th. So I don't know if Amazon's going to change that when it gets closer, but as it is, I went ahead and ordered a backup copy. So I'll have two from Book Depository. Hi, Tiffany. From Book Depository, because Book Depository says that we'll get it on the 6th. So fingers crossed it comes on the 6th, but here's what we'll do instead. Whenever the book comes in, then we'll still do like a week-long stream. I'll need to look at my calendar when the book comes out, because this month is, or well, I guess it's gonna be next month. Anyway, I'll look at the calendar and I'll figure it out, but we will still do our week straight of coloring. It'll just be at the same time as you guys when everybody has the book, so we'll do it together. You'll see though that I do have this one. So the books aren't coming out, but I still was able to, I've got a little early release printout here. It's not anything I can share with you guys, unfortunately, but it is something that I am working on my own. I may film Rooms of Wonder, Rinka, Rooms of Wonder. I may film a reel showing how I've done this, because I haven't tackled this yet. I can zoom in a little bit here. I haven't tackled this little world portion yet, getting a little bit of glare, but I am having fun with it. I'm using the Staedtler Ergo Softs, but this is one of the pages from the new book. Yeah. Rooms of Wonder. So like I said, it's supposed to come out on the 6th. Amazon has it listed on the 25th. So we'll see. I've got it ordered from 2 different places, so hopefully one of them shows up when it's supposed to show up. But this is one of the new pages that I am working on, so there'll definitely be some pictures and video of this over on Instagram. I probably won't color this live, but I am having a lot of fun with it. It's nice to kind of do stuff on the side. Honestly, I worked on it quite a bit yesterday, and like my arm was all stiff this morning, so I was like, all right, so maybe we shouldn't do a lot of coloring before we stream. I love it, Emily. Oh, awesome, Christina. I love it. And just to share with you all, because those of you that have been here for a while know that I have been chipping away. Thanks, Aaron. Chipping away at this diamond painting for, about 2 years. Belinda sent this to me as my very first diamond painting. I'm so grateful. But it's just been a little ways to work on. Truth be told, I almost debated about diamond painting this morning, but I know that not everybody enjoys that as much. But I used to like peel it back and work on it, but I've actually decided to divide it into squares like a lot of other people do. And if I missed anyone, I apologize. But consequently, it is helping me to go faster. So we are over halfway there. And I think if I could, I was realizing I was trying to do the math. So this is divided into 3 rows, and there's 3 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 3, that's what, 18. It takes me like 45 minutes to do a square. So whatever 6 times 3 times 45 minutes is about how much longer it should take. But again, this is like 2 years worth of progress. But we're getting there. I really want to finish it because I have another one that I really, really want to do. Plus I have the mystery one from Ev, but I'm forcing myself not to do any others until I finish this one. Right, Maylin? It's so good. Like, there's something just, I don't know, I just turn on my audiobooks, and I'm telling you, if I ever get to the point where I get like actual sponsorships, like if you see like this video is sponsored by Audible, it'll make so much sense because I listen to Audible all the time while I do stuff. Anyway, it's a dream. It's a goal. So yeah, I would say I'm about two-thirds of the way there. So I will finish it. I will. And here's the funny thing. Yeah, it's really big. It is, what is it? 59 by 42 centimeters. I can't math that in my head for size. So let's see. So it's like almost 24, 18 by 24, I think. I don't know, Maylin. I know that there's extras. What I'll probably do is put them into like a bag or something because I want to free up the containers that I have in it. But I don't know what to do with the extra ones. I haven't completed enough that I have a lot of extra. The only other diamond painting that I finished is the Arteza one, and those came in little baggies. So I just left the leftover in little baggies. Hi, Sherry. Yeah, so that's where we're at with this. Maybe when I bust open the other one, we'll do some more diamond painting again. But I know it's kind of a niche thing. It's not everybody's jam, and that's okay. But it's nice to do. It's fun to do like mixed stuff. I think I'm just relieved that I'm finally making like significant progress on it. So anyway, there is that. Shannon, I love it. I'll probably like, it'll give anybody that does diamond painting anxiety, but I'll probably like dump them all into one bag and just have a mixed match. Well, because like how many individual baggies of drills can I keep? You know, and unless I'm doing custom drills, like, I don't know. I don't really know what the point is to keep them because I'm not doing custom drills. I don't know. And to be perfectly honest, like diamond painting is such an expensive hobby. Like, unless I find a deal, there's the thing is I want it to be a good price and I want it to be something that I actually like. So unless there's a deal, like, I don't know. Anyway, but this is what we're going to be working in today. And we are going to use Prismacolors, that about getting a family photo printed on canvas and use the extra. See, there you go. But I feel like for family photos, you would have to do a big one because obviously you shrink it down, the more pixelated it's going to be. But like, I'll show you, I started this one on stream and I really, really like it. And so here it is. And so I really want to complete it. I feel like, I mean, you guys know how much I love my pastels. And so this one I think is just so, so pretty. Hang on, fixing my headphones here. Put them in your coloring books. Ooh, there you go, as little embellishments. I like that. But this is the one that I have for here. And it's just, I mean, it's by Scott Howden, but look at how pretty that is. Like, I love it so much. But I think it's, what do you do when you finish them? So the one little one that I finished, I went ahead and put in a frame. So because I don't have a ton, it would probably get expensive if I had a ton of diamond paintings. But considering the one that I'm currently working on is pretty special, and especially since Belinda gave it to me, I want to make sure it gets a place of honor once it's done. So I have a total of 4 diamond paintings now, and honestly, I will probably frame them. This is just a plastic frame that I got from Hobby Lobby that I got, it was on sale. So I spent like 12 bucks on the frame. But this one is the Arteza one that I finished. And so this one gets hung up. So I will probably do that with the other ones too, especially the ones that take a little bit longer. But this one here, the Scott Howden one, is just, it's huge compared to, let's see, what size is it? It's 22 by 27 inches. So it's literally like the biggest one. I can't zoom out anymore, but you can see it's like the biggest one that I've ever done. And it's just huge, but it's so pretty. It's so pretty. And just the pastel colors. She's a little space girl. I love it. Anyway, so this one is huge, but look at how many ABs it has. And ABs, for those of you that aren't familiar with diamond painting, are the super sparkly ones. So the drills themselves are multifaceted, which means kind of like a diamond ring, or just a diamond in general. It's got all the different sides on it. And they put, let's see how close can I lift this up. On the facets, they'll put, think of it as like, hang on, as almost like holographic. And so you see how these pink ones are more sparkly than the others? Those are the ABs. They're a little bit more difficult to put on. For some reason, the coating that they put on them, like, yeah, it's massive. It's massive. Right? I know, Kenny, they really are. I need to look at some of his books. I don't know. See, I like this illustration, but I didn't realize how risque some of his other pages are. And so I was just like, oh, I can't really color that one on stream. But, you know, maybe for myself. Hi, Claire, how are you? We were just looking at some diamond paintings. Anyway, so a little behind the scenes working on that. But I was just like, you know, it's only like a week or so until fall. And so I wanted to go ahead and bust out the Tales from the Witch's Cottage. I have the Högsenstuga one just because the English version was not available till like much later, and I wanted the book sooner. So what I wanted to work on is I was trying to find one. This is one that we've done in here before. We did this one on stream, and I think this was Prismacolors also. Yeah, that was Prismacolors. But what I would like to work on is this one here on the right. It's another portrait, but it's a nice simple one that we can do for stream that isn't overly complicated. And because it's so small, depending on how far we get today, we could do a part 2 with this and finish this one on stream. Hi, Nisi, welcome. So we are going to dive in with this one. Like I said, we are doing some Prismacolors with this one. Thinking of doing a random color cube page? You absolutely should. So Claire, I'm serious, my comment, I was legitimately like, I had been like going back and forth about the color cube like a lot, and then I saw your review for it. I'm like, you know what? I just gonna bite the bullet and I'm gonna get it. So I did, and I ordered both boxes. So I definitely want to do some like coloring challenges on stream. I don't know, obviously, which books, but I'm excited to get it. I just don't know when it's supposed to come, because it still said pre-order. Did you get yours earlier for like a thing with Sarah, or are they actually shipping out now? I wasn't sure when I'm supposed to get it. Okay, so let's start with, we're gonna do, let's see. We're gonna grab chestnut. We're gonna grab our skin tone colors here. So, oh, sad. That one has a broken lead in the case. Oh my goodness, that doesn't start out well, Prisma. All right, so chestnut is number 9, or no, what is it? Chestnut is 1081. 1081. The color cube boxes, if you check out Claire, well, it's from Sarah Renee Clark, so you can find all the information on there. Claire recently did a kind of an unboxing the boxes video, and she did a color along with it. So if you want to check them out, go to Claire's channel. She's done the full review on it. Let's see, 1081, here we go. So it's basically like, it's kind of like her color catalog, but it's physical. It's got little cards and everything. It'll be great. Later this month, earlier time, people start. Oh, very nice. Okay, I wondered about that because I hadn't seen anybody else get them yet. I'm like, oh wait, is this coming out now? Like, I don't know. Okay, let's see. So let's also get clay rose. Do I want clay rose? Rosy beige. Let's do a little bit of clay rose. All of mine are teeny tiny. We're gonna get a pencil extender here. Let's see, clay rose is 1017. And then let's see. And by the way, if you're not, I assume that everybody here knows who Claire is, but if you don't know Claire for whatever reason, you should go drop her a follow. She has got some awesome videos up there. Let's see, light peach. Oh, we got a long one. No, you know what? Okay, so I have this tendency to use like leave the short ones and go for automatically for the long ones, but then I just end up with a ton of short ones, and it's like, okay, I need to actually use up my short ones before I do that. Let's see, and cream. Right? I know, it's just like, that's awesome. But yeah, I'm super excited about it. I think it should be fun. Did I grab? Oh, that's eggshell that I grabbed. I need to grab cream. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. I have too many teeny tiny. We're gonna grab our little thing of the pencil extenders. Let's see. Here we are. So I have a little handy dandy drawer of pencil extenders. We're gonna be utilizing like all of them. Okay, so that's cream, and what else? I'm just trying to pick all the skin tones that I want to use. Let's get pink rose. What is this one? It's funny, I've been using Prismacolors for ages, and I don't necessarily need to look at the names anymore. And then, let's see, we've got chestnut. Let's get a little bit of light umber. I just want to make sure I have all of these colors out that I want before we jump in on this. Okay, light umber, and let's see. Let's get ginger root. Oh, a long one. I have a long pencil. Yay. Okay, that should be about good enough for now. Did I just drop a pencil? Maybe not. All right, so we're gonna grab some of these pencil extenders here. And let's see, definitely one for the cream because it's teeny tiny. There we go. Okay, and then of course I also will have the Prismacolor white to go with that. So we're gonna pop a few of these in here. How is everybody's, what's today? It's Wednesday. How's everybody's week been? Oh, Claire, the question of the day today is what is your favorite part of, sorry, they're different sizes here. What is your favorite part about fall? Yeah, it was a great review. And she did a whole hour of coloring a page on there too. Now that I'm getting watercolor, I know I said I hate it, but it's secret, actually true. You'll love them, you'll love them. Just know that the Inktense pencils act differently than regular watercolor pencils. They are not the same beast by any means. Okay, I think that's enough pencil extenders. And then we've got our handy dandy little handheld sharpener, because I like to use a handheld one with the Prismacolors. Okay. Dump that out. Alrighty. See, if Ev was here, she'd be so proud of me. No, that's fair. Right, Marcy? There's something so happy about it. Like, I feel like I can finally breathe when fall gets here. I mean, summer is just so dang hot. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead and start with chestnut, and it's probably gonna look a little off until we add more in here, but we're gonna work on our shadows. Spooky season, right? Oh, that's right. I should have known that. Oh my goodness. Don't you have, like, you redid your living room, like the decor in your living room, what was it, like last year or something? Like, it's set up perfectly for spooky season. It's empty, Shannon. I'm good. Right? I love Halloween. We've been busy trying to put in new furnace. We had a broken pipe in the room, so remodeling. When it rains, it pours. Oh no, Malin, but now you can take it as a chance to like redecorate. Honestly, I've been trying to brainstorm a way to redecorate. And I'm gonna go lightly with this because chestnut is pretty dark. We have plenty of colors we're gonna layer on top, but I wanna get those kind of highlights and shadows put in. Right, Candace? Me too. All right, so we're gonna turn this a little bit. But I want to kind of not redecorate so much as, like, I'd love to get my office in more of a situation where I guess it's quote unquote Instagram worthy, in the sense that I want things like a little bit more like color coordinated so that I can take more pictures of the office like while I'm working on things versus I don't know, it feels a little haphazard at the moment. Like I've got all different kinds of furniture, but if I can like color coordinate the furniture, then they'll all kind of work together. I don't know. Is it practical to want an Instagram worthy office? I have no idea. Right? Yes, you did. It was beautiful. I love it so much. It's amazing what you can do with little spaces. Honestly, like decor wise, it's not one of my strong suits. The most like themed room that I have in our house right now is we have a 2.5 bath. And for those of you that don't know, a half bath is basically like, it's just got a toilet and it's got a sink and that's it. Well, it's downstairs next to the laundry room. And so we keep that as like the cat bathroom where we keep their litter boxes and everything else, just because it's kind of away from the main part of the house. But I was just like, it may be the cat bathroom, but I'd like it to, because when we have guests, because it's the bathroom that's downstairs, that also happens to be the bathroom that they will use. So I wanted it to be nice. So I kind of just decorated the bathroom in a cat theme. And so I've got like a little kitty shaped rug in there. And I got these like little, it was all pretty inexpensive stuff from Amazon. Got these little cat wall decals with a matching, the containers you can use to put all your plastic grocery bags in. That's what we use to, when we do kitty litter or whatever else. So I got that hanging up there. I'm like, all right, we're good now. It's themed. One thing I don't like about it is it seems to get migraines every October. Oh, the atmospheric pressure? Yes, absolutely. That's completely a thing. When we have a big old thunderstorm roll in here, every time we've got like a tornado warning and it comes through here, like I can physically feel the pressure change, and oh man, does it just mess with my entire system. So I completely get that. Furnace kicked on last night, got down to 48. Oh my gosh, isn't it like so fun when the furnace kicks on? But also because it hasn't been on all summer, naturally when the furnace kicks on for the first time of the year, you got that temporary like smell in the house as it's like burned away all the dust. And I'm just like, oh, that's lovely. So ready for the cooler weather. We've had the hottest summer ever this year. It was unbearable. Oh yeah, it's been the last couple weeks. Like we had a drought here in Texas for a while, for like a full, like what was it, like 2 months almost? Like it was just constant, like triple digits. And then like I've had maybe a month ago or so, the rain just started coming, and we've been lucky to have it be in the 90s recently. But yeah, it's been hot. I'm hoping that it freezes or snows just like a little bit this year. Just, I don't know, I want the kids to have a little bit of snow. It didn't freeze or snow at all, but to be fair, the year before we had like snowpocalypse. So, it's basically no snow or all the snow. We have no in between. Lisa says at 82 and gorgeous in Florida. Oh, I love it. My friend has the same downstairs toilet as the cat room, the cat wallpaper, hanging decorations, the cat scene. Yes, see, exactly. Yeah, I heard that it was really hot this summer. See, I grew up on the coast, and so we always had pretty temperate weather. I definitely miss that. All right, I'm going real lightly with this chestnut. I think we're just about done with it. Let's go ahead and grab, ooh, nice, Melissa. I love camping. I'm gonna be going camping here in a couple weeks, actually. All right, let's see. So that was chestnut. Now let's go ahead and grab, we're gonna work up our layers here. Let's see, rosy beige, I think is what I want. Right, Nisa? I'm right there with you. It's always snowpocalypse in New York, right? Well, it was Texas, man. Texas was not prepared for the snowpocalypse. Like, We lost, what was it? We lost electricity for like 2 days. So we're using the rosy beige now. We lost electricity for 2 days and we're without running water for 5 days. I gotta tell you, when it finally came back on, I was like, thank God. Emily in the wilderness. Hey, I'm wildernessy. Felt like Bueno, like, yeah. Oh, see, okay, that's the difference with here is that because it's so hot all the time, like central air is like a requirement in houses down here. How are you, Jennifer? Coloring with alcohol markers for the first time. Awesome, Sigrid. How are you, Namalu? Or Marie Louise? I always switch back and forth for what I call you. Let's see. I'm good with camping, Tanya. I love it, honestly. Unless like there's bugs in the tent. Like if a bug gets in the tent, I'm like, nope, not doing that. Not doing that. No, when we lived in the, you know, up in Oregon, like camping was a thing all the time because the weather was so temperate. I loved it. But it's like camping on the coast was the thing to do there. I don't know. I didn't do too much like wilderness camping. All right, so we're just gonna use the rosy beige here. So funny. I was using those Ergosofts last night, and it's just so different from the Prismacolors. Like Prismacolors are just so much softer. Okay. All right, we're gonna do a little bit along her nose here, kind of inside where her eye. You know, and if you're struggling with your skin tones and don't know where to place your darkest colors, go to Instagram for your inspiration. Choose like, you know, choose a hashtag for whatever artist you're working on and just take a look at, you know, where, you know, as, you know, maybe obviously, you know, we're not copying, but, you know, as a whole, take a look at where people are placing their highlights and their shadows on their skin tones, and it'll give you a little bit better of an idea. Yeah, same, Nisa. Little motorhome. Oh, right. No, it's called glamping. Glamorous camping. Oh no, Jennifer. Okay, a little bit under the nose. Yeah, migraines, they are absolutely no fun. I don't know. I think my body's acclimated to them because I get them all the time. So it's like I have different variations of headache pain. There's the one where it's like, okay, you know, I can kind of, so this one's okay. We can ride it out. And then there's the, I should probably take something for this. And then there's the, dear God, no one talked to me. I'm locking in a dark room. No one was going to see me for 3 days. Then a few times when I couldn't figure out highlights and shadows. Exactly. And honestly, like doing grayscale too, I think Hanna Karlzon's is going to be a little bit more intimidating for coloring in portraits because hers is strictly line work. But if you do something like Christine Karen, her stuff isn't hyper realistic. It definitely has a slightly more cartoony feel because the proportions aren't necessarily accurate. But because her pages, you can, you know, buy the grayscale ones, it helps you kind of learn where to place your shadows and your highlights and everything. Fun along with my Black Widows. I love them, but cannot wait to get Prismas. Amazon doesn't seem to have the biggest set here in UK. Really? That's interesting. I love my Prismacolors, but you make me want to buy Ergosofts in a big way. Oh man, all right. If I was doing this one live, like I'm taking my time with this one. Whenever I like color live, I tend to go a little bit faster because we obviously don't want it to take forever, but I'm really slowing down with this one and just kind of taking my time. Yeah, I don't know how the shipping is for that, but yeah, you can buy them from Amazon US. No matter how you do makeup. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, so I'm doing this one with the Ergosofts, and I use my Caran d'Ache blender and I use a white Prismacolor to help assist, but I'm really just slowing down for this one because, you know, obviously I have until the book releases to get it done. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. See more of the country now because it's right. No, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, Claire. All right, let's zoom back in, get this back in focus. I have this pink polish. I need to do a new manicure, I think, though, because I have that new orange one, the magnetic one. And now that we've got like a week until fall, I think I can legitimately start doing my fall pictures. Did I enlarge the page? I enlarged it in the sense that the original page was maybe like 1/2 inch smaller away from the edge. But this is just on the standard Nina 8.5 by 11 paper. So, oh no, Christina. This is the actual, thanks Claire. This is the 8.5 by 11 paper, but I just expanded it just to where I could get it to the edges because I print from Photoshop. I have the option to print, and I don't know, whatever printing program you have, I have the option to print it without borders, which allows me to bring it closer. Oh, thanks, Claire. Allows me to bring it closer to the edge, which I like to do because when it's something that detailed, because if you think about it, her books are a square 10 by 10. So even though it's this size here, the widest that I can get it is 8.5. Oh, thanks, Christina. The widest I can get it is 8.5. So I want to try and bring it to the edge as far as I can for that. All right, we're gonna go ahead and fill in with some of this light peach and then cream, and then we'll go over with our second layer to kind of smooth out and fill in the rest of where these shadows go, because I don't want her to look like sunburnt or anything. Yeah, whenever I, so we're using light peach now, whenever I print my pages out, I just try to fill the page as much as possible so I can make everything as large as possible. If I really want to, sometimes I'll go down to my local print shop and have them printed out on a really big sheet. But the thing of it is the bigger you print it, the longer it's going to take you to finish it. And obviously, the more art supplies you use and everything. So there's different things to take into account when printing your own stuff. I eventually want to get a printer. Like I think I have a laser or inkjet, or I don't know, whichever one I have right now. I want to get the opposite one, basically because anytime I print something at home here, I can't do watercolor with it because it makes the ink bleed. So anytime I print anything that I know I want to do watercolor on, I need to go to the print shop to get it done. So eventually I will upgrade my printer as well. Program called GIMP. It's just like Photoshop. Oh, awesome. Well, because of my, obviously aside from this, everybody knows that I have another job as well, but I need Photoshop for that job. And so because I have Adobe products already, it makes it a lot easier when I'm trying to adjust things for the coloring side of it. Okay, I know it's all really light now. We're gonna make it go darker. This is just our first layer on this. So I'm making sure I don't have any other pencil on here. We're gonna go ahead and use cream, and we're gonna fill in the rest of this. I'm not pressing super hard right now. We can press harder when we blend everything together when we have all of our final layers on. So I'm just filling in the rest of this now. And you don't necessarily have to do like normal pink skin tone. You could do dark, you could do light, you could do medium, you could do blue, green, purple. Really, whatever you're feeling is just fine. Let's see, let's go ahead and put this light umber. I'm gonna sharpen it real quick. And then we're gonna put the light umber in a pencil extender too. Pencil extenders just make it so much nicer on your hand. Ev was awesome enough to gift me a group of a bunch of pencil extenders, so I don't have to suffer without anymore. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we're gonna use the light umber because her face is looking a little red, a little sunburnt. So we're gonna start to go over this. We're gonna be using our white Prismacolor to kind of help blend this, and we may end up using some of the the Caran d'Ache blender as well. All right, so we're just gonna use the light umber here. How many of you have started fall pages? This is technically my first fall page of the season. I don't know, can I keep calling it the season if it's not technically fall yet? I don't know, it's fall in my heart. I'm ready for it to be fall. Absolutely. Okay. And for those of you that are gonna end up following along, if you're watching this back or whatever, you don't necessarily have to do it with Prismacolors. Just grab whatever pencils you have and grab some skin tone colors and just start layering. Is Photoshop free to use? No, it is not, unfortunately. I wish it was, honestly. It's a great program. But no, you have to pay. It's interesting. It used to be to where you could just buy the program, but now Adobe has changed it to where you have to pay what is it, yearly, monthly, quarterly. I think they have all those options. And you can get different bundles for it. Photoshop by itself isn't too bad monthly. For work though, I also have to have Illustrator, and that one can get a little bit more. Basically, the more programs you add on your Adobe plan, the more expensive it's going to be. So, you know, kind of just depends on, if I wasn't using it for work, then I probably wouldn't keep it. But I've had it for years just because I was a photographer for a while, and it's just, I don't know. I think I've grown so accustomed to it. I think I would struggle with any other programs because I know exactly what I want to do and how I want to do it on Photoshop, and it just makes it that much easier. It is. I wish you could just buy the program, but I mean, they've got to be like, all right, well, once they buy the program, they're done then. How do we get them to keep spending money on it? I know, don't let them buy the program. Let's do monthly. Oh, okay. I guess so. Yeah, Procreate's great for that. Absolutely. All right, so we're still just using our light umber. I mean, it definitely has different editing capabilities. The one cool thing about the Adobe products, I will say, is that once you have an Adobe account and you're already paying for Photoshop, you can use that same account to put Photoshop on your phone or on your iPad. So a lot of times if I am posting a story, rather than like, if the picture's too dark, rather than lightening it on, you know, obviously it's limited with its capabilities too, but rather than using Instagram to, or, you know, like the photo app that comes on the phone to lighten it, I can pull it into the mobile version of Photoshop and just, you know, lighten it or whatever else. Oh yeah, absolutely. If you have an iPad and you like to draw, Procreate is hands down. Right, Melissa? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Procreate is absolutely amazing. In fact, because, I mean, like you know, we talked about it before, most of you know that I have the tremor. With the tremor that I have, I cannot draw a straight line to save my life anymore. It's always wobbly. But the cool thing about Procreate is that it compensates for that. There's different things. There's a thing called Streamline that you can adjust on your drawing tool, and it compensates for my wiggly lines. If honestly, if it wasn't for Procreate, I would have given up drawing coloring pages and everything else like long ago, because it's just too frustrating. You can see it with that reel that I posted where I drew the recipe page on 30 Days of Creativity for the pumpkin muffins. Like, my lines are so wobbly. And so, yeah, I much prefer doing digital drawing because for my particular issues, it is perfect. That's a nice thing about coloring though, is that tremor or not, it's not really affected by it because I kind of am just going back and forth and kind of like sketchy all the time. And so it's like, oh, okay, that's all right. So it works out well. But yeah, fine detail work with like pen and ink, it's just, I dread it now because I'm like, I can't do it. Plus, it has a capability to like draw mandalas, so you can like do mirror image or divide it up and everything. And so it's actually just, I find drawing mandalas like just kind of relaxing. Like if I'm needing to like get my mind in the frame of mind for drawing, like I'll just hop in and do a quick mandala and be like, all right, I'm good to go. I've had my warm up now. All right, let's go ahead and use now, do I want to use ginger? Let's see, or yeah, let's go ahead and use ginger for a little bit. Let's see. I want to check. You know, actually, we're going to grab beige sienna. I really love beige sienna for skin tones. Okay, let's see. Grab that beige sienna. Is going to be putty beige is really nice too. Actually, we might grab putty beige. I love putty beige. Like it's the best pencil. And look, it's long. It's not a baby pencil. So exciting. I love not using baby pencils. Okay. Yeah, if you have an iPad, especially if you have the pencil, like, yeah, Procreate, hands down, it is putty beige now. Like, it's very beginner friendly, but it's also like to the point where you can use it, you know, professionally and everything, because there's so many other nuances you can use. But even if you're just a beginner, it's still great. Like, it's a great program. I love it so much. 10 out of 10 would recommend. And having the Apple Pencil just makes it that much more enjoyable too. I don't know like how much fun I'd have with it if I was using my finger, but I mean, it's possible, you can. Hi, Yana. No, we're doing good. We are just coloring our page here. This looks funny if I don't color in her lips, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I definitely want to darken this up a little bit, but we're just using putty beige. Putty beige is honestly like the color that I wish most sets had. Every now and then I'll find one that's similar and I'm just like, yes. Okay, so I finished, well, I finished for me A Court of Thorns and Roses, and here's my reasoning here. I stopped after book 3. I really liked it. It was fantastic. And I know that there's book 4 and there's book 5 still to go. But I wasn't sure I wanted to spend my Audible credits on books 4 and 5. The reviews for book 4 is just, they're terrible. And people are like, it's actually a novella, nothing actually happens, yada yada. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll just skip book 4 if nothing really happens, and I'll go straight to book 5. But the narrator is different for book 5, and it's just not the same. I do not like listening to it. And so I'm thinking that I do want to read book 5 eventually, but I think I'll get a hard copy of it. In fact, I went to, yeah, we're just coloring. We're just doing her skin tone. I went to Half Price Books. We're going to use Pink Rose now. I went to Half Price Books yesterday hoping to find a copy of it. Found out I want an iPad with pencil, and he got me 11. Oh, that's amazing, Rinka. Oh, I love that. Good hubby points. So I went to Half Price Books hoping to find a hard copy of the book. But apparently Sarah J. Maas books are super popular. Basically, once they get them on the shelf, they essentially fly off. So I couldn't find any physical copies there, so I may just order it on Amazon. But while I was there, I'll show you what else I got, because I know I talked to you guys about wanting to read the Game of Thrones series. And so I went ahead, and for those of you who don't know what Half Price Books is, it's basically like a used bookstore, but it's nicer, if that makes sense. And so I got this size book of Game of Thrones, but the thing of it is I got this entire book for $3. And part of that is because see how it's a used bookstore, you know? So it was regularly, I don't know, it was regularly like $6 or something. But the employee that I was talking to, it looks like somebody spilled their coffee on it. He's like, oh, I see it's got a stain on it. I'll mark it down. And he's like, $3 good? And I'm like, heck yeah, it's good. So I got the physical Game of Thrones book, and then I got the second one in a smaller version, and this was like only $4.50. So I have books 1 and 2 now of the Game of Thrones books. So at some point when I'm done listening to my Audible books, I'm gonna read these. I don't think I'll go much further than book 2 because I mean, he's letting the show finish the story anyway. So I was just like, what is the story and is it online? So Half Price Books is what it is. I would assume they'd probably have an online store, but the stock may be different because the way that it works is people will go in and sell their books, and then the store, and you know, they'll get money for their books, and then the store, you know, resells them. So I'm not quite sure how it would work online. Right, Tanya? Oh, nice, Dominique. But yeah, so I was excited. I mean, I got both of those books for like $8. Is he demanding to be let in? Oh, what's the matter? What are you doing? He's out there. I could hear him scratching on the door. Did you come in here just to scratch on your scratching post, or did you want to come say hi? He's busy. He's scratching on his post. Paul. Hey, come here. Paul. Actually, turn off the fan. He probably doesn't like the air blowing. Come here. What? Do you want to come say hi? Could you hear me talking to everyone? Yeah? Well, they're over here if you want to say hi. Oh, you just want to look out the window. Okay, never mind, guys. He likes the window better than you. But anyway, so I was excited to get both of those books for like $8 because the Audible versions are... Thank you. The Audible versions are pretty expensive, but I figure if I can skip using my Audible points and just read the books, then I suppose that works. I mean, for $8. $8, 2 books. Hard to go wrong with that. But what I did start since I finished the A Court of Thorns and Roses. Oh, everyone's saying hi. Well, Sigrid said hi. Go and close it, but go ahead and have him out because then he'll scratch at the door and I'll have to let him out anyway. All right, leave it cracked so he can go out if he wants to. But anyway, so I decided that I would be finished with A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I started the Throne of Glass series. I'm not gonna lie, I'm already on book 3. And she's still writing the books. So, and she's got other series too. So I think I'll be reading Sarah J. Maas for a while. I really like her. I think it's really good. I'm pretty well hooked on her book series, but apparently she's really popular. And in fact, I was surprised because when I went to the bookstore, I was just like, oh, hey, because I looked in the fantasy section or, you know, because I couldn't find what I wanted to. And so I went and asked somebody, we're going to use the light peach now. I was just like, do you have the Sarah J. Maas books? And they're like, oh yeah, we put it in the teen section. And I was like, wait, what? This is a teen? Like, I didn't think it was. Hey, what are you doing? Come here. We're going to leave those books alone. Oh, you're being a troublemaker. Anyway, so I don't know. I've definitely Throne of Glass is done. Okay, I think it's her. It's like a crescent moon or something. Oh, nice, nice. What's the series that she's writing now? It's like Crescent something or other, or at least that was one of the books that was there. I'm using Chestnut for the shadow under her nose here. Either way, I think I'm really enjoying getting back into reading. It's been a long time since I've done it. All right, so now we're gonna do the Clay Rose. There we go, a little bit there. We need to get a little bit of color on her lips, so we're gonna use a little bit of Chestnut. We're not done with her skin yet. I just don't like the way that her lips just like look white in comparison to the rest of her. It looks weird having her not complete here. Found Assassin's Blade really helpful reading that near the start of the series. I saw Assassin's Blade. So wait, is that like a prequel to the Throne of Glass series? Crescent City, okay. Hi, Angela. Oh, I know, Angela. I've just been eating up those books. So Angela was reading A Court of Thorns and Roses at the same time as me. I actually ended up catching up with her and like I was messaging her. And then I felt bad because I didn't realize I had moved past her. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe such and such happened. And oh, what about this character? She's like, I'm not on that chapter yet. I'm like, oh no. Oh, awesome, Mandolin. I love that. Current books are Crescent City and tie-in with a court. Oh, okay. Okay. See, yeah, so I saw Assassin's Blade, so I'm going to need to look at that. Hi, Marina. Right, I know, quote unquote see. I feel like I see all you guys, so, you know. All right, let's see. What is my next step for this? What do I want to do? Do I want to make it a little darker? Do I want to try and blend it? Let's try and blend it. We're going to use our Caran d'Ache blender, and then we're going to smooth it out with the white, and then we'll add more if we need to. Oh, read it after you finish the third one. Okay. Assassin's Blade is about 5 novellas about her life leading up to the first book. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I don't know, like I listened to most read it first. Okay, maybe I'll have to go back before I get to book 4, I'll go back and read it. Nice, Sigrid. Yeah, I listened to a sample and my thing is like, okay, did I want to spend my Audible credit on that, or do I want to move on to the next one? And the thing of it is I think you guys were telling me that A Court of Thorns and Roses was originally meant to be a trilogy. So honestly, book 3 was wrapped up really well, I felt like. Like, I know there's more of the story because obviously she wrote more books, but I was just like, I think that I could, without it bothering me too much, I feel like I could end the books here. I'm just realizing, first of all, like I should have been reading all these books like as they went along. And now I'm feeling like kind of mildly overwhelmed in the sense that I'm like, there's so many books to read. Like I can't read them all, but I want to read them all. I mean, I haven't read like this many books in such a short amount of time, like since I was in high school. And that was when like the Harry Potter books were coming out. I read like book 4 so fast. Like I read it in a day. And like we all know how like thick book 4 was. All right, we're gonna go ahead and use white now to kind of smooth this out, and then we'll use a little bit more dark colors on top. I don't know, sometimes I just feel like there's so many crafts, so many hobbies, so many coloring pages and books. Like there just is not enough time in the world. if I could clone myself and make like 2 of me, and then like, but still have the memory of all the experiences without like my brain exploding, that'd be nice. Yeah, it was originally a trilogy. See, and I feel like I would love to read about, I think, like when they, well, I don't want to spoil, but the new tiny character that gets added into the books. I would kind of like to read about that experience, but on the other hand, like, I think I need to wait and get the actual physical book just because, like, the illustrator, I don't know. I hate it when they change, not illustrator, narrators through the books. I mean, it's probably not their fault if the person can't do it anymore. But the thing of it is Brandon Sanderson uses a lot of the same narrators for his books. And so I'll have to like readjust because some of the voices that the narrator uses are similar to the voices of other characters. So I have to remind myself that I'm listening to a different book and it's a different character. Do you sleep, Emily? Sometimes. On occasion. Hang on one second. I'm going to put Paul out. He's attacking the carpet. All right, you. This rug is for the floor, not for your snacks. Go on. Little turkey, out you go. He's like, no. He's running from me. Out you go, buddy. Have this area rug on the floor, and he likes to just flop in and attack the corner of it, and then it starts fraying. I'm like, come on. Oh, they're centered on Feyre's sister. Oh, but which sister? Elaine or the other one? I can't remember her name now, but let's see. What can I say? How many books in the series of Throne of Glass, and would I enjoy it? Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. I think there's a lot of them, isn't there? Or maybe I'm thinking the other. I don't know. Sarah has a lot of books. Oh, I absolutely do. Is it weird that I'm using pet pens like watercolor pens? Absolutely not. They're a water-based marker. I'm super picky about narrators myself. My favorite is Ray Porter, who does the Joe Ledger books. If I don't mesh with the reader, I can't listen. See, that's exactly it. And so I think I do still want to read book 5. I think I could probably pass on book 4, but I think I just need to get the physical copy. All right, I'm going to use, what did we have? Rosy Beige or Clay Rose? Crud, I don't remember which one this is. Okay, yeah, see, okay, here's my question then. If the next couple books are more about Nesta, does she get nicer? Because if she doesn't get nicer, I don't know if I can bring myself to read it. Out of all of the characters, I probably dislike her the most. I mean, maybe we'll find out why she's as cranky as she is, but even at the beginning of the book, before she, well, I don't want to spoil, but like, before she had some life-altering changes, she just was not a nice person. Like, I hated the way that the family treated Feyre at the beginning. I mean, I guess it was kind of setting everything up, but still, I was just like, wow, I really don't like them. Like, Elaine just kind of went along with it, but honestly, like, it reminded me of like Cinderella, oh my gosh, Cinderella and her stepsisters, like the way that they treated her, and I was like, this is bothersome. Is it? Okay, maybe I'll give it a shot. All right, so we're just adding in a bit more here. Let's see, I want to, what color do I want to use here? Let's get a little bit of beige sienna, which is going to be next to chestnut. Here we go. Beige sienna. Hi, Candace, how are you? Get a little pencil extender here, because that's the theme for today, is all the pencil extenders. All right, so beige sienna, also another great skin tone color. We're gonna tone down the kind of pinkiness of her face here, but we've already used our blender and we've used our whites. There's a fair amount of layers on here, so I'm pressing just a little bit harder to make sure I'm getting this color on here, kind of filling in any edges along the line where it's a little bit wider. She makes friends and she's becoming nicer. Okay. I don't know. I'm only going based off of the reviews. From what I've read on the reviews, book 4 is like a day in the life kind of deal. I don't know. I guess a lot of people that were reading the books as they were coming out was really unhappy with book 4 because they felt like it should have been advertised as a novella versus like book 4 in the series. I guess the Audible book itself is only like 6 hours long. That's the thing too. Like, I do like that the Throne of Glass books seem to be getting longer, but I feel like if I'm gonna make my Audible credit worth it, I want the books to be longer. You know, like the Brandon Sanderson books, like we're talking like 33 hours, 28 hours, but I'm just going through them too fast. Right, Julie? Same. Same. Probably what I look forward to the most is just in general, the change and the decorations and just everything, you know? All right, so using that beige sienna. I think I'm getting pretty happy with where her skin is looking. We can move on to, do you guys want to do hair or hat? While I finish up this skin, let me know in chat, you want to do hair or hat? Ooh, actually, I'll just put up a poll. That'll be good. Okay, so next, do hair or hat. There we go. Okay, place your vote. Hair or hat? Hair or hat? I am really enjoying getting back into reading, though. I haven't watched a show in I don't know how long. Oh, we did watch the next episode. Oh my gosh. I had no idea that there was so much controversy around the Lord of the Rings show. Like, people are up in arms about it, about the casting, and it's just like, really? Really? Like, I hadn't looked at like any like reviews of the show or anything. Steve and I are loving it. Like, it's really good. Like, the cinematic value for an Amazon Prime show, like, I was really impressed. And I love like having these backstories of the characters that we already know about, and it's really good. Like 10 out of 10. Recommend. Got my decor out yesterday to decorate wreaths on the front door. I was looking at my wreath in the garage and I was like, you know, it might be about time to start decorating. Right, Emma? That's exactly it. Like when I'm listening, I mean, because the kids are in school now and I work from home. You know, if I was working in office, I may not be able to like listen to them as much, but you know, doing chores or working on whatever art project I'm working on, like I like having, you know, noise or something to listen to. And so if I pop the headphones in, you know, if I've got 6 to 8 hours of silence during the day, like it's really easy to blow through that. Then after the kids go to bed, whatever I'm working on, like it's really easy to just blow through them. Good morning, Andrea. How are you? All right, so this one is the chestnut. I'm gonna darken her lips up just a little bit. I mean, if I'm listening to them nonstop, kind of get through them in no time. But it's definitely become my new favorite thing to do. Ah, threw my sharpener. Sorry. I'm sorry, sharpener. All right, there we go. Let's see, what is the poll here? Let's close that. The hat wins. Okay, sweet. We'll move on to the hat. Let's see, what color? I keep seeing like a green hat. What color did we do for the hat for the other one? We did a brown hat. Yeah, let's do a green hat. I'm seeing a green hat here. And we'll do her eye color and her eyebrows and everything when we move along, but we're gonna jump around here. Okay, so let's see. For the green hat, we're gonna grab dark green. Let's see, that's grass green. Dark green? Dark green is number 908. Yes, that's it. Okay, so dark green, we're definitely gonna grab, let's see, Prussian green or olive green? Neither. We're gonna get peacock green. I really do like peacock green. All right, peacock green. Kidding. Peacock green. We're gonna get Kelly green. Kelly green. I like Kelly green. I have got a skirt that's Kelly green. That's apple green. Did not mean to grab that one. Let's see. This one is sap green light. We're gonna get that one anyway. Where is my Kelly green? Oh, I had it out already. My bad. All right, there we go. And then for our, let's see, we want henna or, let's see. Actually, we might use chestnut for that. We're gonna use chestnut for our kind of shadowy color. And probably a little bit of light umber, mayhaps. Ooh, no, sepia. Sepia. If I can find it. Thought I had everything in here when I started, but maybe not. Oh no, there it is. I just couldn't find it. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right, so once we get the hat all colored in, then we'll choose what we're gonna do for the ribbon and the patches. So let's go ahead and switch this up real quick. Real quick, what is everyone's favorite Prismacolor color? I really like black raspberry, also dahlia purple, and peacock green. Prussian blue? Is that one even in the Prismacolors? That one's not even in the Prismacolors. Steve's in the hallway yelling Prussian blue, but there is no Prussian blue in Prismacolors. Let's actually also grab black raspberry. Oh, that's right. That was the one that had the little broken lead. Well, we'll see how that works out. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started on the hat. But yeah, I was just excited about that yesterday. I'm like, yeah, the book has a stain on it, but I got the book for $3. It's hard to beat a good bargain, right? Hucker green. Which one's Hucker green? I don't think there's a Hucker green. Tuscan red. Black grape. Ooh, black grape is good. I like black grape. Or I don't know if you meant hunter green, but I don't think there's a hunter green in Prismacolors either. All right, so we're gonna start with dark green. Okay, let's do under the hat because this is gonna be shadowed as well. I just love how smooth Prismacolors are. The real trick is doing skin tone with Ergosofts. Can't pick a single favorite, that's fair. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, when you don't have like any tan colors, like I love the Ergosofts, but softs, but they have a lot of like very orangey colors. You don't have a lot of like kind of muted skin tones, so that definitely makes it a bit more difficult. All right, so we're using that dark green. Hi, Marilyn. Hi, Ronnie. Cooler weather and football in the fall. Oh, awesome, Rinka. Tuscan red. Yep, love the blues. Does have a lot of good blues. It really does. Yep, Steve has been all about the football. We have a TV upstairs in the bedroom, and we've got a TV downstairs. And one day I was just like, you got football on both TVs. That way he can watch it when he comes upstairs, and then he can watch it when he comes downstairs. It's like, oh, I don't know about this. I don't know. Pencils work great on watercolor paper as long as it's decent paper. Yes. Watercolor paper, depending on if it's hot press or cold press, will also have more texture. So that's something to take into account as well. All right, we're gonna jump straight to Kelly Green because this under part of the hat is going to be darker anyway. So we're gonna grab Kelly Green and then we're gonna add a fair amount of shadow under this part as well. And then we will smooth it all out and blend it together. Okay. So I know it doesn't look a ton different right now, but when we layer on, it will. So let's go ahead and grab sepia. Right, Rinka? Mine usually do, so you'll be in good company. All right, so we're using sepia. I'm really holding my pencil wrong. I should be holding it like that. All right, so sepia. Well, I gotta tell you, I am looking forward to when her new book is coming out. We are gonna be coloring so much Johanna. Even though we won't be doing an early copy for it, do you guys still want to do that week of coloring on the week it comes out? As long as my book shows up on time. Hi, Barbara. How are you? Oh yeah, absolutely. Most watercolor paper does. Hot pressed is probably going to be your smoothest texture paper with the least amount of tooth of all the watercolor paper. Okay, so that is sepia. We're gonna grab a little bit of our dark green again. Yeah, upstairs, downstairs, exactly. I don't remember. Oh, I was saying that hot press watercolor paper is going to have the least amount of texture. Good, I'm glad, Barbara. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and use a little bit of that dark green here. we go. Okay, let's see. Let's use a little bit of the black raspberry. I did, yes. Here, I'll pop it up real quick. So this is, for those of you that missed it, this is the, I think it's, what does she call it? Like the Wizard's Tower room. I haven't decided how I'm gonna color this yet. Like my initial thought was like a moon or a planet, but I was thinking about it last night and I thought planet because it has this stuff on the outside. But I thought last night, like, what if it's like a giant, thank you, Barbara. What if it's a giant crystal ball and it needs like swirlies and stuff on the inside, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that it is a planet, a moon, or a crystal ball? Hang on. We're gonna do another poll. Maybe you guys can help me decide. What is the middle object? And you guys, like I said, you can help me figure out how I want to color it. Middle object, is it a planet? Is it a moon? Or is it a giant crystal ball? Because she called it like the wizard's room. So a planet. See, there you go. Because it doesn't have any markings on it. So you could draw like any markings that you want. But I'm definitely going with like a darker kind of wizardy thing. And you guys know I don't do a ton of black, but I'm doing like a black floor. You know, this isn't like lit up back here or anything. So yeah. Yeah, decent hot rest. A lot of people use that instead of color. Yeah, because it's nice and thick with very minimal texture. Okay, so we're gonna use the black raspberry now. I'm gonna zoom back in. Thanks, Ronnie. All right, so black raspberry for that shadow. Because I was thinking whenever I decide what to do, I was thinking that I might film that and make a reel out of that. Okay, also, I have decided that I straight up do not understand reels. Like I've mentioned before, hi, Brittany. Sounds good. So the Rooms of Wonder page is an exclusive page right now. It is not available to everyone, but you will have it. It will be in the book when everybody gets their book. Let's see, we're gonna use dark green. But, oh crud, what does it say? Oh yeah, so I can't figure it out. I've posted all different kinds of reels, different times of the day, whatever else, trying to see if there was any kind of, you know, equation that I can use to figure out what to post. And here's the hilarious part. So, you know, everything kind of gets different views on it depending on if I'm coloring or like I did a sewing one or whatever. But here's the funny thing. The idea behind growth is that the more your stuff gets shared on Instagram, the more eyes you'll have on it, and theoretically, the more growth you'll have. And so I was like, okay, that's something I can work off of. So I'm trying to figure out, you know, what gets shared the most, like all that kind of stuff. And then the other day, I posted that diamond painting reel, and for like 20 minutes, it exploded. Oh, awesome, Barbara. It exploded, and I had like 5,000 views on it. Like so many, like that was way more than it should have had in that short amount of time. And then all of a sudden, after 30 minutes, it finally slowed down and it kind of trickled along there. But so I looked at the insights to see, okay, well, did it get shared a bunch for some reason or whatever else? And no, it had one bookmark and one share. And I was like, this makes no sense. Like, I'm trying to figure out this Reels thing, but there is literally no method to the madness. So I'm thinking I just need to post and hope for the best. Right, Melissa? Like Melissa even did a watercolor swatch one where it was like really simple, but like how many millions of views does that have now, Melissa? It's like huge. So I have just come to the conclusion that I have no conclusion and that Instagram makes 0 sense. All right, what do we see? What is the winner here? So we have planet, moon, giant crystal ball. It looks like planet has won out. Okay, I like it. I could do a planet. But I want to do like a different planet. I think I'm going to brainstorm it. It's not going to be Earth. I think it'll be like some sort of, you know, I always say like I do these different skin tones or animal colors or whatever else, and it'll be Planet Emily. That's what it'll be. It'll be like blues and greens and purples. But yeah, I was just like, well, this officially marks it. Like, I mean, it was a funny reel. I liked it and everything. It was a diamond painting one, which was so funny to me that it got any traction because I don't usually post diamond painting stuff. And when it does, it doesn't usually do that great. But I was just like, this makes no sense. I don't get it. I don't know. Has anybody here like posted reels and feel like they got it figured out? I don't. Yeah, the smooth texture, absolutely. There's supposed to be like 3 different kinds of texture for watercolor paper, like cold press, hot press, and then it's supposed to be called like rough. But I haven't really come across the rough, mostly just the cold press or hot press. All right, so I'm just using dark green now. We're getting our first kind of layered color in. 6 million views. Oh my gosh, Melissa, that's amazing. Oh, okay. Okay, I like that, Nancy. That's crazy, Melissa. Yeah, I don't know what causes things to get picked up sometimes. I mean, maybe it's the sound that I'm using. I don't know. I need to put up a spreadsheet and just mark, okay, I posted it. Maybe if I did that, to like write down exactly what time I posted it, what kind of content it was, and then create it. See, I'm a nerd like that and I love statistics. So like I would legitimately make like a bar graph or like, you know, a weird graph that shows, okay, this is what you posted, this is the time that you posted, this is how many shares it had. Like, I don't know. I love analytics and they fascinate me. Because I have analytics for my website too, so I can see like how many different, you know, which countries are the, you know, countries where majority people come from, how many hits it has during the day. And yeah, my downloads page is always like got a couple thousand hits per day, which blows my mind. I'm like, surely that's like people that are coming back or something. I don't know, but it always surprises me. It's nice though. I'm glad people are making use out of the color charts. Ooh, Claire, I saw that color chart swatch. I don't know. It reminds me of those paint chips that you get from the hardware store. I really like that. I think that's really cool. Okay. So we're just adding this dark green here and we're gonna build it. I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit so I can fit the whole hat in there so we're not going back and forth. There we go. That's better. Oh, awesome, Jennifer. I love that. Yeah, viral look. Exactly, right? Oh, that's awesome. Don't you love those? Local libraries sometimes have those kinds of things too. And I know around here we have galleries, but usually those classes cost. But either way, if you want to learn a new skill, there's usually a class somewhere if you live in a decent sized town. Okay. You know what's crazy is that I had some time to kill yesterday, and so I was running any errands that I needed to. I had gone and done something in the morning, and it was like I was in this weird in-between where there wasn't enough time for me to go all the way back home before I had to go pick up the kids, but there wasn't like it was too early to go wait in line to pick up the kids. So I was running around, and this tells you how much I've been enjoying the reading. Michael's is right next door to the bookstore, and I chose to go to the bookstore instead of going to Michael's. I honestly even surprised myself. I mean, I also went to the pet store afterwards because I needed to get some supplies for the hamster. But still, I had to choose bookstore or Michael's. And I chose the bookstore. Like, who even am I? I don't even know. Right, Jan? I totally get that. Let's just make sure I don't miss anything. Yeah, I prefer hot press paper as well. Cold press sometimes to get the texture that you want, but. All right, so we're just using this dark green. Another sip of my coffee here. Oh, awesome, Jennifer. Congratulations. Okay, let's do a little bit of our sap green light here in the middle. We're gonna have that be our highlight color. Now that entire brim, well, except for the edge there, the entire brim will be essentially all filled in, so then we can start adding in some of our shadows. So think of this as just our base color. Then we can add our darker colors and then lay over with our dark green again.
yeah, I don't know what it is about fall. Like fall just makes me happy. Like it's just, there was not a single other season that like I get giddy about. There's just something, maybe it's because it's like the first sign of fall. You know, it's then you got Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas. Like fall has the best holidays. And I don't think I have a Fabiano one. I almost got a mythographic one at Joann's the other day, but I think the price is better on Amazon. So I want to grab one of those at some point. I saw Shannon coloring in it and I was just like, you know, it might not be a bad idea to pick up a mythographic. I flipped through some of them at Joann's because they had some of them there. But I can't remember which one it was that I liked, but I don't know. I wasn't a fan of like all the pages that are in there. So I think I need to figure out what I want. Oh, you'll do wonderful, Jennifer. All right, so sap green light. We're gonna fill in that edge of the brim. Okay, I'm gonna another sip here. And then we are gonna grab, let's see, what did I have? Sepia. Oh, I have this peacock green still. Hang on, I wanna put that in a pencil extender real quick. There we go. What is everybody working on right now? What illustrator are you using? And for those of you that have seen little short snippets that Johanna has showed, what do you have a favorite page from her new book yet, or a page that you've seen that you're excited to color? Okay, let's go ahead and use the black raspberry. No, we're gonna use chestnut. Oh, awesome. All right, so we're gonna use chestnut now. Let's see. We're gonna add some chestnut in these areas because she doesn't have to have a pristinely green hat. I mean, if she's actually a witch, she's probably, you know, gone in nature, collected some herbs and such. I doubt her hat would be super pristine. At least I know mine. I mean, none of my clothes are super pristine anyway because I'm like clumsy as all get out. But I need a babysitter most of the time. I shouldn't be left alone. I almost burned myself again the other day, and Steve was in the kitchen with me. Like I need someone to hold my hand. Trader Joe's yesterday and looked like pumpkin headquarters. So much stuff, right? Pumpkin everything. Oh, awesome, Barbara. That's amazing. I love that. I can't wait for the new book. I think honestly, like I say this about all of her books, but I really do feel like this is going to be one of her best ones. Which is why I know I ordered from the Book Depository and Amazon, but like I want 2 copies of the book. Like I want multiples. I know I don't own just a single copy of her books. Like I own multiple copies of all of her books. Because I've also like recolored pages. Okay, so I'm just using chestnut still. And we're gonna be going over this brown a little bit. Oh, I nicked the page. Hang on. Careers Ends Mythic World double page. Oh my goodness. Double pages are always just, they're so intimidating. Hair whips, love it. I have that whole thing of like work in progresses. I know I need to just start slowly chipping away at them all, but then I see other things that I want to do. And I'm like, yeah. Because I was really pushing it that diamond painting one. Actually, I am curious, how many of you enjoy diamond painting? Let's see. How do I want to phrase that? Because I do kind of want to do it on stream sometimes, but I know there's not a ton of interest, especially when, like, if you're here for coloring. Oh, good luck with that, Joe. Color page from the next Lula Mayo. 1 million of sea creatures. That's awesome, Barbara. Okay, so we'll do you enjoy watching diamond painting? Because it could be a very different thing if you enjoy watching it or actually doing it. So they're 2 very, very different things. Yes, and no, and the third one will be meh, as in you really have no opinion one way or the other. There we go. Right, Ronnie, I'm so excited. Do you mean like with downloading or drawing digitally? Because she definitely prefers the hand-drawn versions, and she's been asked before about, you know, whether or not she would do something like oh, what are some of those coloring apps? Like Pigment, I think is one of them. But she really likes the personal touch of the physical book. She's very much a supporter of, it's nice to just kind of unplug every now and then. And so that is part of her mission statement. Would that be a word? I don't know if that's the word I would use. But because it's something she so strongly believes in, she wants to continue to encourage the, I guess, analog, the hand coloring versus digital. Never diamond painted. It's fun. Rather do it than watch it. That's fair. Right, Barbara? I know. I definitely have to decide, all right, what are we going to fill the time with today? We have such and such a project. What are we going to do? So it's hard to fit it all in sometimes. Okay, let's go ahead and grab the peacock green. That is true. I could do a video of it. Let's see. Which one is this? Yeah, this is the peacock green. All right, so we're going to go ahead and... Claire, don't you have a diamond painting video of it's like Diamond Painting 101 or whatever it is? I think it's one of your highest viewed videos, isn't it? I think it's been out for a while, but I'm always just like, holy heck, that's awesome. I don't know, I love seeing other colorists do so well at whatever they're doing. It makes me happy. If you want to do it, then do it. I absolutely could. All right. So peacock green. I think it's because right now that diamond painting is so prevalent in my mind, and I just I feel like I can taste the end of it. I just want to push through and get it done. So I'm really excited to do that Scott Howden one, but I'm forcing myself to get my other ones done first, and then, because I have his kitted up already, but I also really want to do that mystery one from Ev, but I can't do that one until I empty out some of my drills that are already kitted up. Too much to start a new hobby. I paint and color. I want to learn acrylic. Oh, that's fun. I love that. I love throwing a little painting in the mix. Okay. Well, I do have a video that I'm working on that I actually just got an email that gave me the last bit of information that I need for it. So that is probably what I will work on today. That one's been kind of on hold while I wait for some more information, but it looks like I finally got the answer that I need. So that's going to be what I'm working on today, and I'll hopefully get that out this week. All right, so just using that peacock green here. All right, let's go ahead and, woo, knocked over my stuff. Hang on. All right, let's see. We have, oh, that's almost straight across the board. 38% yes. Let's see, 28% no, and 34% meh. All right. That's not too bad. All right, so peacock green. I briefly thought about doing it almost in the kind of style that Corey does her Whip Wednesdays, and just do a diamond paint and chat. But I don't know, I really like if I'm gonna do just a chat or whatever, I like being able to talk to all of you. I feel like I'd run out of things to say, although now that I'm saying that out loud, it seems kind of silly to say that I would run out of things to talk about. I'm incredibly extroverted, yeah, I've always got loads of stuff to talk about. But it is nice to discuss things like books or whatever else. But I'm just realizing how extroverted I am. We took the kids to a thing the other day, and it was an indoor thing. A place where they have birthday parties and stuff. We weren't there for the birthday party, but we were there for the activity that's there. And there was another mom there, and we just got started chatting, and it's just like, hello, my name's Emily, and I am super extroverted. I don't know, does anybody else here have any problem talking to strangers or introducing yourself? Obviously, if I have something in common with them, kids' ages or whatever, it makes it a lot easier, but I have no reservations with going up and talking to complete strangers. See, nobody cares. Right? It was equal 36% for yes and meh. So I'll just combine those two with meh and yes and say that wins with the no. All right, so now we're gonna do dark green, and we're gonna press a little bit harder. I don't know, for those of you that are maybe more introverted, do you get weirded out when strangers talk to you? right? There's always stuff to talk about. Like, I could talk about like the books too. Like, I briefly thought about trying to like find or like start a book club, but then like I feel like not everybody reads at the same pace. And so like if we gave like a month to finish the book and then talk about it, like I'd be moving on to the next book. So I need somebody else that's like devouring books as quickly as I am. That's why I kept messaging Angela while I was reading book 3 of A Court of Thorns and Roses. Why do I struggle with that title so much? Because I knew she was right about the same time. And so I could text her and be like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened with this character. You know, your mom talks to everyone, right? Major introvert over here. See, it's so funny. There was a girl that I knew in high school who was always kind of quiet or whatever. But now as adults, we had been chatting through Facebook and we ended up meeting up with our kids and everything. But the conversation was so different when we actually met face to face because she is an extreme introvert. It was much easier for her to converse with me when we were talking online or through Messenger or whatever else. But like in person, like the conversation did not flow as easily as, you know, it did when we were chatting online. And it's just like, huh. But me, I mean, I'm a bit of a chatty Cathy, if you can believe it. Right? See, it's perfect. Yes, that's also true. I talk to strangers all the time, especially waiting in line, right? Okay, so a few years ago, and I think I've mentioned this story before. We're going to use sepia now. Handful of years ago, might have been 5 years ago or so, Build-A-Bear had this deal, this special. They haven't done it since because I think it didn't pan out quite the way that they wanted to. But a couple years ago, Build-A-Bear had this deal where you could pay, it was like a pay your age deal. So basically, if you take your kid and your kid is like 2 years old, you can get a Build-A-Bear that's only 2 years old. Now, I think they have that deal for like birthdays and stuff where you can pay your age. Sounds good, Rinka. Or for your birthday, which is, you know, fine and dandy and all. But this was the deal where it was one day and it was pay your age. So, you know, you take your kids in and, you know, one of them's 2 and one of them's 4. You pay $2 and you pay $4. Well, needless to say, the loads of people showed up, and we actually had to travel a little ways for the Build-A-Bear that was closest to us. Oh, that's cool, Bernie. I don't talk to strangers all the time. I'm not a very talkative person, so it's very strange that I do say stuff in here. See, there you go. Right? See, I'm that kind of person that will tell a complete stranger my entire life story, which is what I do with all of you. So it works out well. But so I went with a friend and we went to Build-A-Bear and we stood in line. Now, keep in mind, my kids are pretty young at the time. And I gotta say, we were in line for 6 hours waiting for it because we went early because we wanted to get in line to actually do it because it was while supplies last, you know? And I mean, this line was so long, it was wrapping around the entire mall. And so we got there really early. The kids did great. We waited for like 6 hours. Well, like 5 hours into us waiting in line, the place was getting pretty busy. But the problem is the line was blocking other stores. And so they're like, okay, well, this is a fire hazard, so we need to go ahead and stop the sale. And so during this time that we had been standing there, of course, me being the chatty person that I am, I got to know the ladies in front of us. There you go. I got to know the ladies in front of us, and we had been chatting and everything. And so 5 hours in line, they're like, okay, we got to cut off the lines. We need to stop the promotion. This is getting too crazy busy. And after 5 hours, they came and they took the end of the line sign and they put it right in front of me. Like it was between me and these women that I was talking to. And like, keep in mind, I had been sitting there with my kids promising them this Build-A-Bear thing. And we had already been in line for 5 hours and they put the sign right in front of me. And I like looked at them like, you can't be serious. Like this cannot be happening. You cannot be serious after 5 hours. And I was going to have to walk out of there without like, after promising this to my kids. Well, because I had made friends with the women in front of us, they weren't gonna split like people groups up. And so these women in front of us, they're just like, oh no, they're with us. We came as a group. So we were able to squeeze ahead and actually get in, all because I had made friends with these complete strangers in the line. But like, Oh my gosh. And the kids still, they've had those Build-A-Bear stuffies. We're using dark green now. They've had those Build-A-Bear stuffies for years now, and they're still their favorites. But like, I was just like, you can't be doing this. Like, absolutely not. I just couldn't believe that they had put the sign down. It wasn't behind me. It wasn't, 20 people in front of me. It was right in front of me. And we had already been there for 5 hours with 2 very small, surprisingly patient children. And I was just like, no, absolutely not. This is not happening. So needless to say, I was able to make my way still in the line, and we were able to get ours. And oh my goodness, it was a bit of drama, I'll tell you that much. All right, so we are almost done with these colors, and we're gonna use our blender to darken this up a little bit. So let's go ahead and grab our Kelly green. I don't know, does anybody else remember when Build-A-Bear did that? Either way, it was just way more popular than I think Build-A-Bear anticipated. But, all of us with, kids that were 1, 2, and 3 years old, it's weird and endearing at the same time. Oh, that just describes me to a T. I'm weird and endearing. I love it. All right, so Kelly green and a little bit of sap green light. All right, let's go ahead and use our blender, and then we'll add more shadows where we need it. See, like I said, this is part of the reason why I'm not coloring that Wizard's Room live, because I really want to slow down and take my time with it. And I definitely speed things up a bit when I am coloring live. Sometimes I'll miss little details that I don't want to miss. Okay, we're gonna smooth this out here in just a minute too. All right, you go, girl, get that bear. I remember that. Yeah, it was crazy. But the kids love them. So I was like, all right, worth. And the thing of it is they were pretty young, but they still remember like going on that trip. Little Steve, not as much, but little Emily, she does remember. And I was just like, heck yeah, man, we are getting those bears. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and use our white. We're gonna tone this down just a little bit, and we're gonna smooth it out. And actually, we might go ahead and bring in some gray, because I didn't envision like a bright green hat, something definitely kind of muted. And using a gray is a great way to tone it down if the white doesn't quite get it to where you want it to be. Because the white will definitely kind of move it more into a pastel kind of realm, depending on how much color you've used underneath of it. But like, for instance, on that Wizard's Room picture, I was using a lot of gray in that to get some of the shadowy colors. Let's get a French gray. A tatted chestnut. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it. We're gonna use a French gray because if you look at the colors of gray, you have warm gray, cool gray, and French gray. And this, they take off of the color wheel. So French gray is kind of like in the yellow family, warm gray is in the red, and cool gray is in the blue. So I want more of the yellowish ones. So we're gonna get French gray number 1072. So French gray 1072. Did I already have that out? Hang on, I think I already have it out. 1072, here we are. Yes, exactly. Okay, so French gray 1072, and we are going to add some shadow to it and tone this down just a little bit. Like I said, I imagined a sort of, not dingy hat, but definitely a more muted hat. And we'll add some of this gray on the bottom underside as well. And then we can add some dark green again to just kind of redefine some areas. Okay. I'm thinking that we'll do kind of brownish red patches. Yes, we're going to use a little bit of white. There we go. Hey, so does anybody know, is the Game of Thrones House of the Dragon, is that done yet? Or how many episodes does it have left to go? I'm waiting until it's all out so that I can binge watch it all at once. But I have not been keeping up with it in the sense of I know when it's finished. I don't know how many episodes they're planning on doing in total. I'm gonna smooth some of these lines out a little bit. Go. All right, now we're gonna use the white. Thanks, Nisi. Right, Barbara? It's not done yet. Okay, that's right, Tanya. You're watching it right now, aren't you? Do you know how many more it has left to go? Hang on, my phone is just about dead. I wanna plug it in here so I can keep looking at chat up here. Give me 1 second. Hold up. Plug it in real quick. Bear with. There we go. Okay. What was I saying? Okay, never mind then. Yeah, I'll probably just have to look up like an article about it. Okay. Let's go and sweep that away. Hang on 1 second. Sorry, I just had to clear my throat. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of this band, and I definitely want to do it in like a brown. Let's grab espresso. I don't think I use that color often enough. That is going to be number 1099. I actually do have that out already. Let's see. Espresso. What's that sit next to? It's going to sit next to right before the graves. Number is it? It's 1099. I must have placed it elsewhere. Okay, we're not going to do espresso. Let's do dark umber. There we go. Dark umber, and we're going to do sepia, and we're going to do dark brown, and we're going to do sandbar brown. Sandbar brown. Here we are. It will have 8. Thanks, Jennifer. Season finale, October 14th. Okay. Oh, but I don't have any problem reading it, and a tablet would take up too much space on the desk. I actually have a little handheld phone boom arm that I keep right up here. And actually, the battery on my phone lasts longer than... She does know everything. The battery lasts longer on my phone than it does my tablet, and my phone charges faster than my tablet. Okay, so we're gonna start with the dark umber. Dark umber, dark umber, dark umber. There we go. All right, and we're gonna do brown for this. And for the patches, we'll do variations on some of the brown, but we're definitely gonna do a part two of this page. We can finish this page up on Friday. And then we'll do something else. But yeah, I think we'll still do, when the Rooms of Wonder come out, we'll still do a week of streams. And it'll be nice because you'll all have your books too, so we can go through the book together and pick out what we want to color. She's so handy, Tanya. I love having her. You know, she helps me out like with so much stuff. If something's like funky looking, like even when the whole subscriber thing was like on Instagram, she let me know that like, oh, did you know a notification? I was like, no. Like, I just guess I didn't have enough information with the subscriber thing when it went out. But now it's there and it's stuck until Instagram decides to deign to respond to my ask for help. And so it's there now. So we'll figure it out. I'll post some behind the scenes stories or something. I don't know, because I never ever want anyone to feel excluded. And that was not my idea, but it got set up and now it's like there permanently. So I guess we're doing exclusive content now because I can't get it all. She is incredibly helpful. As we all know, just knew that off the top of my head. Of course you did. Right, Nisi? That's why I love pencils. They're so handy. Okay. So that's dark umber. And then we're gonna do, let's see, have sepia. Let's go ahead and grab dark brown though. Right now I'm gonna be busy with extras. Well, like I said, I set it to the lowest possible cost on there. So it's like 99 cents. So, I mean, I won't feel obligated to do anything like massive or anything, because those of you that are members here, you already get the free coloring download monthly. And so I'll probably just do extra pictures and some like behind the scenes stuff. I always struggled with that though, because whenever I have a picture to share with you all or a reel, I get so excited and I just want you all to see it. So I don't know, but it is what it is now. So we'll just make it work. So I guess we have extras now. But if Instagram ever gets around to responding to me, then I'll go ahead and take it off. But I was like, well, it's a thing now. Oh, Lord. I just, Amazon allows or has, they have a bajillion customers, and yet they can somehow manage to have a customer service system set up. I don't understand why Instagram owns like Facebook and Instagram and other bajillion things. And it's like, why can't you pay to have people to answer your questions? I digress though. Oh, yay, Ronnie. How far are you into it? All right, so now we're going to do sandbar brown. Sandbar brown. There we go. Now let's go ahead and grab our sepia. Extras videos of kitty scratching pose. Oh my gosh, I totally should. We'll do it. This is where you get all the extra cat content. I love it. I could do that. I could do cat content. All right, let's see. So we're using that sepia, just adding in our extra shadow here. I mean, honestly, like 2/3 of the accounts I follow on Instagram, I swear, are all like pet accounts. Dog accounts, cat accounts, all of them. All right, and then we're gonna do, let's see, let's do the let's do dark brown. Dark brown. Bridge the gap between all these here. I gotta figure out, there was a, Spirit, the Halloween costume store, usually opens up this time of year. We had one that opened up nearby us, so at some point, I think I'm going to take the kids down there and we'll figure out what we're going to do for costumes this year, because I don't have a clue. I don't really even know what our plans are for Halloween yet, but I suppose it's still like a month away. We got some time. All right, we're going to go ahead and use our blender. And you can tell this white part here is where I accidentally went over the blender. It's hard to blend things if there is already like the clear blender under it. So we're gonna go over that with another pencil here in a second. But I think this color worked out really well for this. But now with having that brown strap next to it, I wanna add a little bit more darkness. Nothing? You saw nothing? You saw nothing! Exclamation point snap. My coffee has officially gone cold. I suppose when you take an hour drinking it, that's bound to happen. All right, we're gonna use the black raspberry on the hat. Just a little bit, and then we'll go over that with the dark green again. But I'm making it, rather than like just stark green across the top, this kind of blends it together a bit. Not in the sense that you want them like you don't know where one starts and the other begins, but it does give it a little bit more dimension. Oh, that's cool. All right, so dark green now. And keeping in mind, this is after we've already added that white and that gray on here. So if you want to tone it down again, you can always do that again on top of your green. But there is no shortage of layers on these colors that I do. All right, let's go ahead and use the sap green light again. Pressing a little bit harder. I want to get that just a bit darker. Yeah, they usually utilize whatever warehouse size shop is available. Ours is in what used to be Beals or Bells or whatever else. I don't know. I never went shopping there. There we go. Okay. I'm happier with how that works. All right, let's use a little bit of that French gray on the underside here. Smooth that out a little bit. And we're going to use the Kelly green. Let's see. Hang on. Oh, I realize now I know what it is. I forgot to set the latency to low latency. I was just like, why is this so delayed today? And it's because I have it set to normal latency. Which means actually closed captions were probably available for today's stream. All right, a little bit of sepia. Here we go. Okay, let's do a little bit of these patches. I'm gonna do 3 different colors for here. So let's go ahead and start with the sandbar brown. And I'm not going super light on this one. I'm actually starting out by pressing kind of hard, because this is going to be the base color. Okay, and then let's do a, where is my light umber? Here we go. We're gonna do a light umber, slightly different color brown than the sandbar. Okay. And then we're gonna throw down that French gray here. Like I said, I'm pressing a little bit harder straight out of the gate. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and grab the sepia. There we go. We're gonna use our blender on top of it to kind of smooth things out a little bit too. Yeah, I don't normally have it on because I don't like the delayed latency, but right now they're on because I forgot to switch it to low latency. Because when I have it on the normal latency like it is now, you guys are a good 15, almost 20 seconds behind me. So when I look up and I was just like, wait a minute, why is that so behind? It's like, oh, I forgot to switch it. That would be why. Makes it harder to converse with you guys in real time. All right, go ahead and sharpen that, and we're gonna go ahead and you can see now like what the 3 different shades are too. So we're actually gonna use a little bit of white now, and instead of the blender. So I want to smooth this out, but I also want to lighten it a little bit. We may use the blender on top of this, just to make sure everything is blended nicely. And we may add a little bit of chestnut on top as well. Okay. Here we go. All right, let's use a little bit of chestnut. Just to give some slight discoloration on the patches. There we go. A little bit there. There. Okay, let's see. I want to get right up here along this line. I don't like having any of that white that's there. I want to make sure that it's fully green, so I'm gonna add a little bit more of this dark green along the edges of these patches. What do you think was the reason she has the patches on the hat? Think there's holes? Think she was using her cauldron and like a coal popped up and burned a hole in her hat? Yeah, we don't like being behind. We like hanging out here in real time. Right? No, it's the same. It's the same. I kept thinking today, I was like, something seems off today. Like, why is this so behind? And then I checked, it's like, oh, I did not change that. My bad. Okay, so we're using Kelly Green a little. Is it Kelly Green? No, sorry, Sap Green Light. That's what I'm using right now. There we go. Okay, let's see. Let's use a little bit. Let's see, what's this? This is kelp green. I'm gonna use a little bit of kelp green. Oh no! Oh no! She's the witch in the. Oh, there. Do you guys ever watch Adrian Bliss? He does like I don't know what to name his comedy, but he's got a bajillion followers, but he's just like so original and it's hilarious. And he did one on the witch wanting to build a house made out of candy so she could trap children, and it was just the funniest thing. Oh, another dark green. Here we go. Use a little bit of dark green here. He does like a lot of green screen stuff, but it's so funny. It's perfect. Okay, I'm gonna use a little bit more dark green. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I feel like her hat is still brighter than I would like. We got a little bit of light glare here. But I feel like it's still brighter. We're gonna use, let's use a lighter gray. Yeah, I'm not liking it. Let's use, which one's this one? This is 30% French gray. Oh wait, what's that emote? Oh, you're passing. Oh, I got you. All the tech stuff. What was I saying? Forever I go live. Not sure about the tech stuff. Yeah. If you do have any questions, you can feel free to message me. It took a while to get it set up, but it helped that I spent a lot of time on Twitch before I did my first live, and I have a lot of friends that also stream. So a lot of the stuff, not gonna lie, I feel like I did single-handedly bring Nightbot into the community. You know, some love him, some hate him, but I find he's rather handy. But it was from Twitch and for moderating for some friends on Twitch that I learned a lot of kind of the nuances for it. But yeah, if you need help with that, feel free to message me. Okay, see, we're getting that glare on there, but I'm feeling a little bit better. I wanted a muted hat, not a super like bright in your face green hat. Buck, it's a buck. Okay, like from here, since I can't look up super close, like I'm like, is that a Canadian flag? And then I realized, wait, that's not Canadian. That's brown. Oh, it's just the way my brain works. Love him or hate him, Nightbot's pretty handy sometimes. Sounds good, Ranka. Thanks so much for being here. Okay, yeah, I'm happier with that. That's a bit more muted. So here's the deal: is come Friday, I'll do the rest of the green on her hat, so we're not working on the hat the whole time, and then we can do her hair or whatever else. But we'll finish Friday. Yeah, yeah, a little bit, and then Lisa Matrakin picked it up after that, and then it just kind of went from there. But yeah, Nightbot's super handy. Let's see, can I turn that in me? Maybe. Anyway, I don't like the glare, but it's also like so much darker without it. Anyway, that's more accurate to what it is. So yeah, I'll do the thanks, Kenny. I'll do the rest of the green on the hat, and then we'll do we'll probably start with hair or leaves when we come back. Hair or leaves. But yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up here. It's 11:58. I'm gonna go get some lunch before I gotta go do some other work stuff and then go pick up the kiddos. But thanks everyone for hanging out with me, and yeah, I'll probably post some more sneaky peek stuff as I continue to work on this page. I'm taking my time on it, so I really wanna do it justice. But yeah, do this one as a planet. We'll see how far it goes. But that is it for today, and yeah, we'll finish this up on Friday. Thanks everyone for being here and hanging out, and yeah, I will chat with you all later. Bye.